Hello, New York Giants fans, and welcome to a new edition of the Valentine's Views podcast here on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. We are into college all-star game season right now, and folks who have been listening to me for a while know that I try to get in touch with some of the draft prospects, get you guys a chance to get to know some of these young men as they try to make it into the NFL. And today I am joined by Gareth Warren, who is currently working out at the East West Shrine Bowl. Gareth is an offensive lineman from Lyndenwood. So, Garrett, thank you very, very much for hopping on the show for a few minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So, let me start. You are from Hawaii.
Yes,
Just
sir.
tell me um, about your path to Lindenwood. It's not exactly a hotbed of NFL talent.
Yeah.
Um, just tell me about your path to Lindenwood and how you ended up there and what your journey's been like.
Yeah. So I'm coming out of college. I played up to my junior year. I
Hmm.
played center all the way up to then. Senior year got canceled because of COVID.
Right.
So I was getting recruited off my junior year film. Bunch of D2s, like one D1 gave me a
Hmm.
partial, and Lindenwood was the only one that gave me a full ride. So
So that's a school that was just transitioning from D2, I think, to D1. Was it D2 your first year there?
yes, sir.
What's what's that been like, sort of just helping the program sort of, get its feet wet in D1 and sort of
Yeah.
get off the ground that way?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I got recruited. I came in. They were a D2 at the time. Halfway through the year, I ended up taking that starting position at the left guard. So it's been cool to be, a part of that team. And then the
Mhm.
next year we started to transition to D1. So it's been cool to, be be a part of that team, be that building block for them. And so, get that name out there. So
And I'm just curious. I've seen during the week, you're at the Shrine Bowl. I've seen during the week that you're getting some notice, from the media that's at the event. Everybody does their sort of risers and fallers, and you've been mentioned throughout the early practices as doing pretty well. How have you felt about the workouts so far? What are you hearing from NFL teams at this point?
yeah, I mean, the workout's been really fun. I mean, this is something that you dream about, and getting to know the plays. They have different terminology, but same concept and
Mhm.
pretty much everything. Getting the feedback from NFL coaches has been really helpful and like helped me step on my game. You know, getting a little bit better every day. You know,
Mhm.
so
And
yeah,
what's it like sort of getting to test yourself, against the higher level, the higher level of competition? Is that something did you kinda enter the week, just wondering how that would work out for you, how you would stack up?
yeah. The first day is you have a little bit of jitters. Coming from a small school, you see all these top D1 guys, but
Mhm.
when you go against them, at the end of the day, ball is ball, and you just got a
Mhm.
ball. So you know, I feel like I prepared myself coming up to the week, and you just gotta adjust from you're not gonna be perfect, and
Right.
so just adjust with like some of those mistakes that you may have, and yeah,
And
ball is ball.
you're what? About 6'6", 328, 330, something like that?
Yeah, they measured me 6'5", 330.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay. So, how would you describe, the kind of question you'd get from an NFL team? What is an NFL team getting if they bring you in, and give you an opportunity to make their team?
yeah. I mean, you're getting a hard worker. I'd say, coming from a small school, we're always trying to prove ourselves, and I feel like over here, I've shown that I can play at that level.
Mhm.
Some of my goals is not just to make that 53, but I want
Mhm.
to get into that group. I want to improve the
Mhm.
team. You know, I
Right.
want I want to get some playing time too.
There are guys who have come from, linemen especially that I'm thinking about, guys that have come from unusual places to have really good NFL careers. Couple guys recently, Ali Marpet, who came out of Hobart, Quinn Miners, who came out of Wisconsin Whitewater. I mean, are you aware of those guys? Are you aware of guys with stories like that? Does and does and do players like that, provide you with any inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see, like these low school guys, getting those opportunities, and it's been pretty like an inspiration. Like just seeing like a guy from Middlebury, you know, he's
Mhm.
coming in, he's doing his job, he's dominating, and just it does bring inspiration to me.
Mm.
And so I
One of the
love
guys that's at the Shrine Bowl with you right now?
yes sir,
Yeah, who's that? The kid who's from
Thomas
Middlebury?
Perry,
Okay.
yes sir.
Mhm. Um, I'm curious, when did you start to get noticed by scouts, start to hear from scouts in terms of,
Yeah,
a
I
a
mean,
chance at the NFL?
I started seeing scouts, around my freshman year,
That
and
early, huh?
yeah, but it was not like I would see them on the field, but they wouldn't like talk to me or anything.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, so looking at that, I was like, if I play like if I play good, I'm gonna get noticed. And so
Mhm.
every opportunity I took, I try to get better every day.
Mhm.
And I eventually took the starting job, and
Mhm.
so I just continued to build every single day, 1% better. And I knew like
Mhm.
if I can ball, like they're
Right.
gonna see
Ball,
me.
like you said, ball is ball, and
Yes, sir.
right. But did you ever consider, along the way, did you ever consider, um, with the transfer portal and the way guys move around now, did you ever consider, looking for a bigger school, or were you committed and happy at Lindenwood?
Yeah, I was committed and happy at Lyndenwood. I mean, they didn't give me a reason to leave. I got
Mhm.
connected with the church down there, St. Charles
Mhm.
Crossings, and
Mhm.
that's where I got connected over there. They have a small group that helps me. I talk to them
Mhm.
with any
Mhm.
problems I have, with life, with football, and
Mhm.
they helped me a lot. I mean, the coaches at Lyndenwood, they took me in, and they
Mhm.
brought me in like that was family. So
Mhm.
I think that was good. Also, my I met my fiance there, so
Mhm.
those are huge things that I couldn't I couldn't leave.
Family, friends, things and other people to lean on. It sounds like all of that's been important to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm curious. I think if I'm right from what I looked at, I think Pierre Desir is the only player out of Lindenwood that's ever been drafted into the NFL. I think he was drafted in the fourth round. I think it was 2014. Um, is it is it important to you, uh, you know, to be the second guy, to put yourself in position to be the second guy, to be next?
Yeah, I mean, you try not to compare yourself to anyone, but
Mhm.
like when you hear about this guy getting drafted from Lindenwood, you're like, okay, that means there's a chance.
Right.
And so, like I said, you just gotta ball out, and people will start noticing you, no matter where you are.
Um, have you been in I believe I've seen that you've been playing inside a little bit during the Shrine
Yes,
game.
sir.
Is that where NFL teams seem to see your future is inside?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, interior three. I mean, I've shown the left guard, right guard, and I
You
can play.
play
So,
you you can play center?
yes, sir.
You played a little bit of guard earlier in your time at Lindenwood, you
Yes, sir.
said?
I played left guard my freshman and sophomore year, then transitioned to left tackle junior senior year.
And did you say you played some center,
I
bef
played center in high school.
in high center?
Over here, we did like, like
Mhm,
indie drills. I just
mhm,
jumped in at center.
mhm.
They're
So
yeah.
it's all familiar to you.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I wanna ask you, um, in doing some reading about you and doing some research, I see you mention your dad quite a bit, just the inspiration and what your dad has meant to you.
Mhm.
I'm just curious if you can, what's your dad's name, and why has he been such a force for you?
Yeah, my dad's name is Leonard Warren.
Mhm,
From a young age, I played football like around 12 years old, and
mhm,
like he's always been, the one to tell me, you know, the hard things.
mhm.
And so, he's always been behind me, but he gets on my butt when. So
Somebody's got to. Maybe,
yes, sir.
maybe it's not easy to get on your butt when you're 6'6" and 330.
Yes, sir. So, he's always been there, coaching me up from the side, and
Mhm,
he's been my coach all the way in high school too.
mhm,
So he's always there. He treated me like on the field. He treated me like I was just another player.
mhm,
That he got a coach, so he didn't
mhm.
treat me any different. So he's just been, you know, helping me get to this point. So it's been really cool.
And you appreciated the fact that he didn't give you any favors, any special treatment?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Uh, I'm curious, I know that they haven't been released yet. The combine is coming up in Indianapolis. Do you expect to get an invite? Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah.
Is there a possibility of that for you?
You can always pray for that.
Mhm.
But so far right now I haven't got anything. So,
No.
I'll be amped to get that and
Mhm.
take that opportunity as well.
No, and we did talk about, being the possibility of being the second player to be drafted out of Lyndenwood. I mean, just how much would it mean to you just overall, when I look at the rankings, which right now don't mean a whole lot. I
Mhm.
look at the rankings and your looks like sort of borderline as to whether you'd get drafted or not at this point, according to what we see. But
Yes,
how
sir.
much would it mean to you, to hear your name called, in the draft?
You know, that that's something that you dream about.
Mhm,
You watch the draft every year and you're like, dang,
mhm,
these guys are getting called. So
mm,
like that's something you dream about. That'll be like a really good time for sure.
mhm. Well, just the last thing for you, have you talked to the Giants at all?
I talked to them a little bit. There was a scout that came to the school,
Mhm,
and that was a really good conversation with him.
mhm,
And I asked him, stuff that I can improve on, and
mhm.
so like I try to take everything in and apply it to my game. So yeah,
Nice. Well, hey, Gareth, I appreciate the time. Thank you
yes,
very,
sir.
very much, and best of luck the rest of the week and through the rest of the draft process. So,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
again for a few minutes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
All right. And Giants fans, thank you as always for listening. Please stay safe out there. Take care of each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.